Hi Nistas, it's haul time. So I do have a fragrance haul for the month of October. So if you're interested in hearing the things fragrance that I have added to the collection, please stay tuned. Hi Nistas, how are you today? All right, you guys, I know the video is a little late, but life has been lifing, but I do want to share with you the fragrances that I had added to the collection. And I have a little bit of everything. I have some Arabian fragrances, I have some fragrance oils, I have some niche and some designer, and two replenished fragrances. So let's just get right into it. All right, so let's start off with my Arabian fragrances that I added to the collection. Now, I know I'm not a big dupe girl. I'm not. Thank God, if I can afford it, I just go ahead and buy the original. However, when I don't have the opportunity to, well, I do have the opportunity, I just don't feel like going out to this particular store to sample things and wear it a little bit, I will get a highly recommended dupe. All right, so there's a story behind this fragrance. I initially purchased the Brown Sugar Babe oil, which is Kiss Me. This oil was just way too strong for me. My allergies just did not like it. So then I ended up purchasing this fragrance that I have now, which if I apply too much of it, I still get a headache from that gardenia. But you guys, I feel like if I play around with this just to really see before I spend nearly $400 on a bottle of perfume that I have to be bothered with packing it up and sending it back, I just went ahead and got this because this is also a highly recommended inspired fragrance. So this right here is Nafais by Sharq. The bottle is absolutely stunning, right? So this fragrance, you guys, is said to be similar to Boujee by Bulgari. Now, like I said, the Boujee inspiration oil from Brown Sugar Babe, it was just too strong for me. I had a sinus flare up behind it, just did not like it. However, this one is not giving me a sinus flare up. I've worn it a few times, but depending on how I apply the fragrance, it does give me like a subtle headache. So I think it's really time for me to either try to find a sample of Boujee or decant, or just forget about Boujee, because I do believe that gardenia is an enemy to my sinuses, and my sinuses just don't like gardenia. But this is a nice fragrance though. It did have a nice longevity to it. I get about 6 hours out of this. Like I said, I love the smell of the fragrance. It does not smell bad, even in the Brown Sugar Babe oil. However, my sinuses just do not like that very strong, potent note of gardenia. So I did add this to the collection. I don't know if I'll be decluttering this soon or not. All right, so the next fragrance, you guys, is also an Arabian fragrance, and this is Island Dream, said to be inspired by Symphony by Louis Vuitton. This is by KayAl. I also got the Brown Sugar Babe inspired fragrance, which is Perfect Melody, and I fell in love with that, and that's what prompted me to go out and seek this. And I said, okay, I'm gonna get this and play around with it, because I have requested Symphony for Christmas, but we'll see. But Symphony is a very sophisticated type of fragrance. It does put you in the mind of fragrances like Portofino 95 by Victoria Beckham, as well as a little bit like the female Creed Aventus. It doesn't smell like it, but it puts you in the same mind frame as those fragrances are. And you know, I am a bergamot lover, so I really do enjoy what I'm smelling from these fragrances that is said to be inspired by Symphony. So again, I added the Island Dreams by KayAl. All right, next up, you guys, is another inspired fragrance. I got an email where they were giving me like 25% off of my first bottle of fragrance from this company. I've never used Oakcha, so I was like, okay, what the heck? And I saw that they had a fragrance on there inspired by Level 13 from Les Labos, so I decided to get it, and this is called Parallel. Now, this is a nice musky type of fragrance. It falls in that same category as Not a Perfume by Juliet Has a Gun. It does smell about 85% of what Les Labos Level 13 smell like, but I do wear it and I pair it with the Level 13 from Brown Sugar Babe. So I got it at a really discounted price and I was like, what the heck, let's try it out and see. So I added that to the collection. All right, next up, you guys, I added something that I was very curious about because I had heard a lot of content creators talk about this fragrance, Cuir Beluga, and I have heard people talk about this for several years. But as I was doing my little research, I don't have a Guerlain counter near me. As I was doing my research and I saw that they are secretly saying that this may be discontinued, I went ahead and got a 50 ml of it, and this is my first 50 ml from Guerlain, and I think it's a pretty nice bottle. I did get it customized with the navy blue ribbon and the blue top, but this is a beautiful fragrance. So all the hype that I've researched and I've heard other content creators say, it's real. Really enjoying this. So again, this is Cuir Beluga from Guerlain. All right, next up, you guys, is a fragrance that I blindly bought this fragrance, but because I fell so heavily in love with the house, and someone had left me a comment when I said that I wanted Souls Maliki to be my first, and they were saying like Souls Maliki did not work for them. One of the latest fragrance, which is Camomille Satin, worked for them, and you guys, I am so glad that I did make this purchase. This is Camomille Satin from Dries Van Noten, you guys, and this is a vanilla forward fragrance. It's not a very heavy vanilla, but it has like a vanilla resin, and I'm not big on the resin note, but the way that they have this fragrance blended with the ambers and the vanilla, and it just has this unisex quality to it that is so good, and the dry down on it is absolutely beautiful. So again, I added Camomille Satin from Dries Van Noten. All right, and next up, you guys, was a fragrance that I had gone here, there, around the corner, and a little bit of everywhere, whether or not I wanted to get the fragrance. And because this fragrance is said to be very similar to a combination of Guidance and Delina Exclusive, I've tried to mix those and pair those in a certain way, but I do not get what this BDK Impadia gives. So I went ahead and added this to the collection, and at the time that I went in my store to get it, they were doing free scribing. So I did get the bottle scribed with my name and the year on it, so I am glad to have this in the collection. Now, next up, we're going to get into the replenished fragrances. So I replenished the Musk 12. This is a re-release. I do have it in 50 ml. They now have it in 100 ml. So I wanted to replenish this because I did not want to get caught up without having it again, because I have been nurturing and preserving my 50 ml until they released that, and I went ahead and got it. So I did add this to the collection. Also, getting into my Sephora haul, I needed to replenish my Yum Boujee Marshmallow, so I replenished that. And something new to the collection is Forvrmood. SheWas here, you guys. The hype is real. It's real. This pistachio and rose fragrance, it is so beautiful, you guys. I almost bought another bottle of it because it was 20% off, and this is a very affordable fragrance. They retail for $79, but I'm like, girl, pump your brakes, you're doing too much. So I added this one from Forvrmood by Jackiana. She and her husband, SheWas here. Hard to get, used to be my favorite, but this has now taken the #1 spot for me. Also in my Sephora haul, I added the Angel Shares on Rocks. You guys, if you are not a fan of the original Angel Share, get your nose on this, because this is different. This is different from the original one and the one that came out after. I think the airy citrus quality that this gives, and then it does pick up that booziness, which could be very easy for you to envision, like a lemon or something in your beverage. If you had like a alcoholic beverage, you get that booziness from it, you guys. And then when it dries down and it settles down, you get this undertone of cashmere, a musky note in it. This is absolutely good. And this is one of those fragrances, I hear a lot of people saying that now is the time for their Angel Shares. This fragrance to me could easily be a year-round fragrance. So again, this is Angel Shares on the Rocks. Also, I added a Discovery Set from Sephora, doing the Sephora haul, and this is the Harlem Perfume Company. This little box here, it has some pressure in it. I do believe that I'm going to do a dedicated Discovery Set review on this. This is good, y'all. It's 2 in here that I really, it's 3 in here that I really want. But we'll talk about it later. So, and I also added the Joe Malone Ginger Biscuit. You guys, I bought this out of FOMO. This is just not intriguing me enough to get full-size bottles, so I just went ahead and got this right here just in case I get the urge or the need to want to wear this. And I have it in the, what is this, probably a 10 or 15 mil, so I did get it in the travel size. And you guys, I also added another Discovery Set. This is from Monegal, and I picked this up at Max Aroma. Monegal is, I'm gonna leave a picture of the fragrance. It's that fragrance with that pretty red ruby bottle that has like a flip cap, that you don't hear a lot of talk about, but you do hear some talk about it. So I went ahead and bought a Discovery Set, and I do plan on doing a dedicated review on this Discovery Set as well. All right, you guys, I also added some Brown Sugar Babes. One of them I don't have here at the desk with me, but I did get another 2-ounce bottle of the level 13 that I added in my used 4-ounce bottle of level 13. So I did add another level 13. I added the Sweetest Taboo. This is inspired by Noten Sugar, and this is good, you guys. This is a fruity, cakey like gourmand fragrance. I like this. I do like this. So I got this one, Sweetest Taboo. I got Marry Me, which is inspired by Silk Santal from KayAli. I added the Perfect Melody, which is inspired by Symphony from LV. I picked up the Bel Air, which is inspired by the Khloe Kardashian fragrance. I had not smelled the Khloe Kardashian fragrance, but because it got so much hype on TikTok, I was like, what the heck? Go ahead and add the Bel Air. This is one of those airy, musky fragrances that you can use as a primer, or you could just wear it when you don't need to think about what you're going to wear and you just need a clean, fresh fragrance. Bel Air, it is one of those type of fragrances. So I have this in the collection. And I also added one from their latest collection, which is the Amouage series. And of course, I got Skin Deep, which is supposed to be Guidance 46. I wouldn't say that I'm disappointed, but this is not as close to Guidance 46 as some of their other inspirations have been close to other fragrances. But I have it in the collection, and there we go. So you guys, that's all for the fragrance haul for the month of October. I want to thank you guys so very much for coming back to the channel. I greatly appreciate you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And do not forget, you, yes you are great. Bye-bye.